There. Hi. Sorry, it wasn't working before. Anyway, I am Runesanddeath, aka Gabby, in case some of you didn't know or read my Mun page. Anyway, I am doing a Mun video and answering questions, and then bottom of the link that you'll find here, you'll actually see a follow forever and some of my top recommended blogs. So I hope you enjoy yourselves. Let's start off with, for those who won the giveaway, I really need to hear back from you by Friday, or else I'm going to give it to somebody else because it's been a week already and it's kind of fair to them. Anyway, so sorry for my wet hair. I just took a shower. I know it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's really sad, but I was on a walk. So anyway, if you see my hair puffing up because I have really curly hair and I kind of live in North Carolina now. So the problem is it gets really humidity and I get really things. Anyway, let's start with the questions. What made you decide to play Jace? That is a very good question which deserves a long-winded explanation. Last summer? No. Maybe the summer before last summer. I don't know. It's been a while. I began to read the Mortal Instruments series thanks to my British friend, and who was living with us at the time, and she said, you have to read the series, and I promised to read the Percy Jackson series if you do. So I said, okay. So we traded books, and I fell in love with Jace. I think for him, he was everything that I wish I could be, and sorry, my computer just died. Everything I wished I could be, and or wish I could have in reality, facing what I do have here. I guess that's point of fantasy. However, I also really liked his persona. I liked the depth of his character. Many people think that Jace is just a really sarcastic, really annoying guy who is very full of himself. And yes, this is true. He's a little shit. We all know this. Even on my blog, he's a little shit. I call him a little shit all the time. But in truth, he's a character that's really misunderstood. You can go into really big depth with him. I mean, look at his background. His parents, his biological parents died in such a horrible manner. And then, of course, we have Valentine, who raised him thinking he was somebody else and was murdered in front of him on purpose. And that really set him off on this path where he wasn't really into people and he wasn't into life in general. He just threw himself into his work. He enjoyed fighting. He became a warrior. And he didn't let love in. And then you see him from the beginning of the book progress into this really mature character because of his life story. Yes, he has many names that we all like to make fun of, but he's just really complex. You see his anger, you see his hate, you see his love, you see all these conflictions inside of him that he's just trying to learn how to do. Yeah, I had this shirt on, sorry. I love this video game, but that's not the point right now. Anyway, so let me start with next question. For Jace, boxers or briefs? Well, he's actually a boxers kind of guy. That is if he's deciding to wear underwear that day, but he mostly does. He does not like the feel of briefs. They're kind of like tight on him, and it's hard to maneuver when you're wearing some tight clothing already. Let's see. Alright, this is really long-winded. I'm sorry if I mispronounce things. I am that bad at reading my own handwriting. Like, do you want to see this? This is horrible handwriting. How much do you love Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen, Queen of the Addis, blah blah, the Rhaegar, the Queen of the Marine, the Rivers of Dragonstone, and the Great Grass Sea, the Unburnt Mother of Dragons, and the Breaker of Chains. That is so freaking long. Thank you, Danny, who sent that to me. Anyway, for Jace's point of view, he loves his Danny. He thinks that she's an amazing person. He does love the fact that she's very in control of who she is. We did read the book, so we do love how the muse of that blog really does follow her muse. She really does understand, yes, Danny is a sexual person. Danny does have an attitude sometimes. No offense, sorry, she really does. And then other times you'll see that Danny is more, I keep calling her Danny, but Daenerys is very very confident. At first, yes, she didn't start off confident, but as the series progressed, she became more and more confident within herself, which was really nice to see. So I personally like that. Again, I like characters with depth. I love characters with growth. And then what Jace thinks of her is that he really does love her, at least in the series that, you know, the verses I have. He respects her. Because he does like women who really are self-aware, that he doesn't have to always come to their rescue. He likes an independent woman. He likes a woman who can think for herself, you know, give him a snarky response to everything he says. Really, someone who he can view as his equal. In truth, though, there are some things that, you know, do annoy the both of us. Jace, in general, at least with my Danny, he gets very annoyed for the fact that she's constantly trying to, like, I don't know, like, control him. I guess maybe that's the word. Sorry, I don't mean to, like, say that in a negative form. He likes his freedom. He likes to go out to hunt, and he likes to have sex, which they both like to do, which is nice, which we really need to do with Smutverse. Just saying. But he doesn't like the fact that he has to work for it a lot. He feels like he's already doing the best he can, because in our verse, at least when he's in the Seven Kingdoms, he's already out of his comfort zone. He's not in New York. He doesn't have his porta bio with him. He doesn't have any friends there that he knows. It's really just him. If you were going to go into the GOT universe, or Game of Thrones universe, Jace would have his friends there, because there is a verse where it's just, you know, the GOT verse, and he would be part of something at least. So if he did meet another Danny, he would do his best to work around the situation a little bit better, at least to my knowledge, or what I can personally say without actually having done it. Okay, what is Jace's opinion of Izzy outside of the sibling and professional thoughts? Personally, for me, I actually do ship Jace and Isabel Lightwood. I think that if we didn't have, you know, the relationships going on within the novels, it would have been nice to see if they could have done something with that. I guess that's the point of role playing. You can always see where you can lead it without actually breaking, you know, the books or anything. So I would actually like to explore that a little bit more to see where it could head, if it's a possibility that could happen. Jace, in general, he thinks that Isabel is a very attractive young woman. Again, he's very into very self-confident women, and Isabel is a very self-confident person. But at the same time, he does like the fact that she does need somebody sometimes. That, you know, he likes a woman who can come to him and say, listen, I am having a bad day. Can I come talk to you about it? Or he likes somebody who can say, listen, could you help me with the situation? And he will just jump in and help. That's the kind of person he is. Yes, he'll complain about it, but he will do it in a way where he's actually doing the work for the person that needs to be done. And so Isabel, I think he can have a relationship with her where they're on equal terms as partnership goes, but then they could take it to the next level if it's a possibility that could happen. Do you think Drogo has a nice ass? Okay, I'm gonna speak for Jace first. The male Jace, which I have a Drogo who is amazing. Her name is Rose. He has a brother verse with his Drogo, and he actually will admit that Drogo has a very fine ass, but not as bad as him, of course, because he's very self-confident. The female verse that I have with that same Drogo, Jace likes his ass. I'm not gonna lie, she stares. She does stare. And as for me, Jason Momoa is a very sexy man. Okay, but so yes, he does have a nice ass. I've actually made icon gifts with just his ass alone. Not gonna lie, I stared. So it was really nice, especially to see it within the Game of Thrones show. Is Jace scared of all ducks, or is it just the live ones? Jace is scared of just the live ones. He is aware that the fake ones are just fake ducks, but he just doesn't get why people like them. They're just weird looking, and he can't explain why he's afraid of them. But when it comes to actually, the live ducks, he just doesn't like them at all. He doesn't care what he does to them or what happens to them. He's like, they just should be wiped off the planet. He doesn't care, and he can't explain why. It's like somebody's fear of spiders. Or if you look at Ron Weasley, his fear of spiders, except Jace would probably not scream or shout like in the movies how he did, or whimper, but he would probably just be like, nope, not happening, going to walk over there, or he'll throw a stone at it. I'm not gonna lie, he's not very nice to ducks. How would he react if somebody put a rubber ducky in his bath? Well, first of all, Jace hasn't taken a bath since his spaghetti. He's actually not a bath person. He thinks that they're kind of gross. But he did take a bath with spaghetti when he was a kid, as we all know within the books. And that was the first and last time he did. If somebody put a duck in the bath with him, he would just be like, ew, probably chuck it at the person, just like he would throw lemons. And that's it. Okay, next question. Do you think Isabel's hair is as soft as it looks, or would you want to touch it? Or braid it, sorry. See, I can't read my own handwriting. That's really sad. I think Isabel, from the novel standpoint, probably has really soft hair. Would I want to braid it? Probably. Me personally, I wouldn't mind braiding it. I like actually playing with other people's hair. I like to cut people's hair. I've done it once, and I did a really good job. Just saying. And that was with Israeli scissors when I was in Israel, and they had these like weird things on them. It was a really good haircut despite that. Okay. Okay, so this is a who would you pick kind of question. Who would you pick, Clary or Daenerys? Jace, if he was following the canon standpoint, would actually pick Clary. But, for my role-playing standpoint, right now he's leaning towards Daenerys, because at least Daenerys and him don't fight as often as, Clary and Jace do. However, if I was picking for who I liked within novel standpoints, as me in general, the Mun, I would actually pick Daenerys. Within the TMI or the Mortal Instruments series, I was not that big of a fan of Clary. I thought she was very whiny, which a lot of people think Jace is, so I totally understand. This is just my standpoint. At the same time, Daenerys is a character I've always liked within the Game of Thrones or the Song of Fire and Ice series. So it was pretty even, I guess. I don't know. What is your favorite food? My favorite food is penne alle vodka with shrimp. It is the most delicious thing I've ever tasted in my life. I don't know why, but I really love it, and I don't get to eat it very often because I don't know how to cook. And when I do go out here in North Carolina, I haven't found a place that serves it yet, and I'm very disappointed because in New York I had 3 places. 3! Anyway, Jace's favorite food would be between hamburger and pizza. He does actually like eating junk food every once in a while. However, my Jace in general, he originally, when he first came to New York, he hated hamburgers. He thought they were the most unhealthy thing because, again, he was raised in a household where he had to eat healthy. He had to train like literally hourly. And so when he came here, he was like, I hate hamburgers. I'm not going to have these things. This is such an American thing. And then he had it, and he's like, this is delicious. I love it. And now he's into that. But I would also say cookies is a really strong contender. He likes chocolate chip cookies, but he doesn't have them very often because, again, for training-wise purposes. From my Clary articism, is that how you pronounce your thing? I don't know. Leave me alone. I can't pronounce shit. Tell me how much you love me. I do love you. I think you're an amazing muse. You have an amazing muse. I think that you're an amazing person in general, too. I love the fact that I can talk to you and we can have these multiple verses that end up actually tying into each other, which is so wonderful because it doesn't get as confusing. I love how how if I'm upset about something, you immediately text me and say, I love you. And that just makes me smile. I like smiling. So thank you for being always supportive of me. Um, as for the rest of you who just followed me, and for those of you who I follow mutually, or those who are just following in general, thank you so much for supporting my blog. I really appreciate what you do and how much you support what I write, how much you like it. I don't know if you fully love it or not, but it's really nice to know that you're all here, you're all supporting me no matter what I do. Sometimes I miss a few days because of work or because I'm playing video games. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really addicted to my new Xbox 360, not gonna lie. But I really appreciate it, and I want to get to know you guys. For those who are mutually following me and we have never role played before, come message me. I really don't bite, okay? I don't. Okay, once in a while I do, but that's only for people who piss me off. Or my brother, who really pisses me off. Sibling rivalry, it's fun. So just message me. I really want to get to know you guys. For those of you who are mutual following as well too, I am more than happy to make a starter. Just message me, say, listen, I want to role play. If you want a quick starter, I don't mind doing a quick starter for you. If you want to actually thread where we plot something, come message me. If you have a plot in mind and you really want to use a Jace, I am into it. Let's do it. Let's go. And then for those of you who I don't mutually follow but who follow me, thank you so much for supporting me. I am sorry if I'm not following back. I am very picky about who I follow. It has nothing to do with your blog in general. I don't follow personal blogs back. I do actually follow personal blogs on my personal blog. Mouthful right there. So if you want to follow me there, we could talk. I do answer questions OCC wise. I do make icons there. So if you want an icon to be made for your blog, let me know. I could do it over there for you. I only do the giveaways on this blog, or my personal ones, you know, with the watermarking for my blog on this blog because it's on my blog. For those who, you know, I thread with already, I really appreciate you guys. I love you, really, I do. I love you guys. You make my day. When I see you respond to me and I'm like, holy shit, I can't do this. You're so amazing. That's my reaction, seriously. Or I'm like running my hands through my hair going like, oh my God, how do I respond to you? Seriously, you guys make my day. I love seeing all my dash. I love what we have chemistry-wise for our muses. Even if sometimes we don't get along, I love that. Drama, yeah, we actually rock this thing. And then I really do love the fact that I can create this blog where I have so many supporters. So again, thank you so much. For those who newly followed me, if I haven't had the chance to look at your blog, I will be taking a look at it later. For those who I follow who I don't talk to, I don't know if you mutually follow me back or not, like such as, you know, the really good blogs. Seriously, there's some of here that I follow that are like, oh my God, they give me such inspiration to write for my muse. I would love to do a thread with you. I look forward to a future on this blog. I look forward to expanding my character. I look forward to getting to know every one of you. So again, let's do something together. Let's make this place a really happy place. For those who question my rules, please don't hesitate to ask. I do answer questions about my blog. I do answer things that are confusing. Sometimes, yes, I get a little confused myself. But I try to make this a really happy place. I try to make everyone happy. I really, really, really dislike drama. I really do. Except for my muse. I love making him suffer. But let's make this a really friendly place. Let's have fun. Let's smile. Let's cry together. Let's just have just feelings that we can share and say, listen, yo, this is our thing. Again, I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a great day. For those who are questioning my top choices, I will be answering them on the link below. I will be doing a follow forever on the link below. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you had fun. I know I probably didn't make a lot of sense because I'm really weird. Thank you. I love you. Mwah. Bye.